On Friday, Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs promised that Supreme Court plans state on objections of new Chief Public Prosecutor's Office. The promise conducting Aaron Gunches on April 6 due to conviction Democratic governor in 2002. A day after state Supreme Court said that Supreme Court state should give an execution order in case certain appeal cases. Last week, Hobbs appointed Hobbs retired Judge David Duncan, the retired U.S. Magistrate Judge David Duncan, to acquire Lee injection drugs and other penalties due to the state's incorrectly managed execution. History. A few prisoners in death row withdraw their request to be executed, Hobbs said on Friday. Under my administration, people of Arizona will not be executed until state can trust that state does not violate law in making most important of penalties, said. The chief public prosecutor Kris May's office said that he would not receive orders to execute Hobbs while the Hobbs examination. May's, Democrat who took office in January, tried to withdraw a request for Gunches' order by Republican predecessor Mark Brnovich. The court said that Hobbs's review was, "There is no good reason to avoid the order of the order." May's office refused to comment on Hobbs's promise of not executing next month. Hobbs argues that court allowed Gunches' execution, while the order does not require state to do so. Dale Baich, a former federal public defendant who teaches law at Arizona State University, said that Hobbs could use its authority as general manager of state when he believes that state cannot be carried out in a constitutional manner. The governor of Hobbs' applauded movement of Hobbs, Governors Unique, said governors in Alabama, Ohio and Tennessee recently used their authorities to pause executions because there were serious questions about protocols in states. Maricopa District Law Office, who prosecute Gunches, made a statement that Hobbs believes that he had a constitutional and legal responsibility to carry out all sentences, including the execution of Aaron Gunches. Arizona Governor Kati Hobbs announced a new position to review the penalty cases. Arizona, who was 110 prisoners in death row, performed 3 executions last year after a break of 2014 execution and criticism for the difficulties in obtaining execution drugs. After continuing executions, state was criticized adding an IV for a fatal injection to body a prisoner in early May and rejecting request Arizona Republic Arizona last 3 executions. It is scheduled to be executed on the 6th of April to kill his ex-husband Ted Pice, a girlfriend in Maricopa District of Gunches. In November, non-lawyer, represented himself when he asked the Supreme Court of Appeals give an execution order to serve and close victims. However, Gunches withdrew request in early January, and Mays asked Brnovich to withdraw his execution order during term of office. Hobbs said in statement, Arizona's prison system has deep problems require attention. The state concluded that the state's rights of prisoners in prisons operated by providing insufficient medical mental care by providing inadequate medical mental health care. He announced a commission has been created to examine number of problems, including services offered behind conditions bars.